What's up, everyone? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining for people on Discord today and on YouTube tomorrow. Today, we are receiving Level Dark Times from Level Gaming to talk about his new project, Player Finder. So this is the podcast is around this very topic today. First of all, thanks for joining Dark Time. Thanks for joining Mega Destroyer. How are you guys today in this beautiful beginning of summer?
We're doing really
Doing great.
well.
Yeah.
Appreciate the invite. We're glad to be here.
Yeah.
It's
Very
a
excited.
pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thanks for joining. So, speaking of that, let introduce yourself, guys. I mean, we are in the battlefield world. We know that you guys are working on a battlefield related project today. But before jumping inside the topic, introduce yourself, guys. Who are you? What is Level Gaming? Maybe a little bit of history about that. Dark Times.
Sure. So yeah, I've been playing Battlefield since the original 1942. I got very competitive with it in 2005 when Battlefield 2 came out. Played competitively on a lot of teams, had some sponsorships and whatnot, and did a little bit of that with college as well. College was a good time. I had a lot of free time to play some video games, but eventually that kind of fizzled out, getting a full-time job. So it was difficult to kind of stay competitive and up with the metas and strategies. So I pivoted into doing more community organization and event organization for the Battlefield community. So we started up a community called Level Battlefield, which then transformed into Level Gaming. So we ran a lot of 32 versus 32 large scale tournaments and events. Essentially, it was like a draft league type event where anybody could just join up, and we put them into squads and they play. Over the course of probably 2 or 3 years, we obtained about 15,000 users within just Level Battlefield and Level Gaming. Then, obviously, with
Wow.
Battlefield kind of pivoting into Battlefield 1 and 5, there weren't the proper tools to organize events. It was difficult, especially to try and bring in a whole 64-man server. So we pivoted a little bit and decided to create an event and tournament organizer platform that ran events and tournaments for grassroots communities. And that still kind of exists, but we have since pivoted, and I've partnered up with James, who is the owner and founder of Crouch Jump, and we kind of decided to put our heads together and create what you see now, which is the LFG Player Finder.
Amazing, great intro, and that's good to know what you have done before. Also, since your start, it's a progress 15,000 player back in the days. That's awesome, a nice evolution through the game. Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5. You find your way, like we say. You find your path through this journey to define yourself and serve the community. That's amazing. Um,
We try.
and you have done good so far, and I'm happy today to showcase a bit of your project. Just again, before we start in the intro, to make sure everyone know, everyone, Mega Destroyer, today you are a developer starting with Player Finder. You joined the journey of Dark Times, let's say. So again, before we jump in the topic, you are a dev for Player Finder at the currently. Is that correct?
To some extent. So, like Darktimes had mentioned, my brother and I had founded CrouchJump.com back in 2018. Our focus was to
Oh,
create
you're
the first.
James.
Yeah,
Sorry, you are
yeah,
James. Okay, okay.
yeah,
So to even myself to everyone, perfect. That makes a lot of sense. My
yeah.
bad. Okay,
No, no, it's
still
all
go
good.
ahead.
Yeah, it's all
Continue,
good.
please.
Yeah, so back in 2018, we started CrouchJump.com. The intent was to create the first cross-platform social network for gaming, where we brought in all of your data from your socials, your streaming platforms, gaming platforms into one hub, so you didn't have to like go to all of these different applications or platforms to get the data. And so we did that, and along our journey, we ended up bringing about 32,000 people into the platform. We had a lot of great success. But when you create a social media platform, it's very expensive, time consuming, and unfortunately, we weren't able to raise capital to keep the project going. Along that journey, Tim or Dark Times and I, we had crossed paths. We both live in the same city, and it just something happened. I don't know. I don't even remember how we found each other. I know it was on LinkedIn, but I don't know why it came about. But we started a friendship, and then one of the things that I had been working on, kind of on the side, was Player Finder. I was trying to build it in my own like vision, what it looked like, and I kind of pitched the idea to him, and he was like, dude, I've always wanted to build an LFG, and this is something we should definitely focus on. So about that same time, CrowdJump was coming to an end, and yet I still had a team that we were passionate about working on something in the gaming space. And so Tim coming in, we decided Player Finder was the project we were going to work on, and that's been our focus for the last 3 or 4 months, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a really good. Before again we enter of the core of the topic today, even the purposes of your journey, respective journey, guys. You find yourself in the life for a common goal. That's kind of
Right.
the timing. There's a great timing in the evolution of your project. I think timing is part of what makes those things accomplished today. So great.
Right.
Nothing happened for nothing, as we see. So I'm kind of it's a nice connection that you guys made for your current project. Amazing. Dark Time is indeed in that focus. Wow. Okay. So Dark Time is there. Just again, before I will ask you what is Player Finder, to remind people, Player Finder is really new. Can you just, how many weeks exactly, and even James also, it's a new project that freshly cooked.
Right. Absolutely. So, like I mentioned, we kind of decided about 3 or 4 months ago that it was about 4 months ago that we were going to make Player Finder our project of choice. Like that's what we were going to focus all of our efforts into. We initially started building our workflow, or like our wireframes for what the application would look like. That took us about a week, and then we went through a UI UX process, which took us another 2 to 3 weeks. And then since that time, we've been in development. So we released the first version on the iOS and Android stores within about 4 weeks of development. And then the last 6 weeks of that, we have been focusing on debugging, making features smoother, and then building the application out in our first vision, or like our first principle, which and
Combined vision. That was my word here. Perfect.
Right. And the ultimate vision for that is like connecting gamers, right? How do we do that? Level GG was doing that very well through tournament structure. CrowdShop was doing that through social networking. And we kind of combine these two philosophies into connecting gamers. And that at its core is like what we want to achieve. So.
Wow, amazing. So that's a perfect intro, and that places us in the time space of where your vision connected together. Awesome. So now the intro is so clear and efficient that we already know a little bit. You explained it so well, but now we're going to enter the beat. We're going to have a visual also after the explanation. So, and if you have screenshot or images, it's now the time. So explain us in detail, enter the world. Player Finder, yes, it's an application. So exactly in deep, when you arrive, I'm a new player, what I should expect from the application itself, what it is on the field, concretely speaking.
Yeah, so Player Finder is a looking for group application. We don't focus on a specific game, but games that would benefit every player, right? Because we're in our beta stage, we're only supporting about 10 games right now. We're going to be adding a few more once we launch. But the player journey is very simple. What you do is you register an account. You go through a simple onboarding, which is basically telling us where you're from so we can region specify you. And then you go through adding your first game, like what that might look like. And obviously we're in the Battlefield Nations server, right? So it's like Battlefield's on there. That's one of our focuses. That's the game that we play. And so that obviously was a top choice for us. But, you pick your game, because what we don't want to do is you dump into an empty LFG feed. And so that helps us with that process. And then from there, your journey is creating your profile, which allows you to add all of your socials, all of your gaming profiles, or your platform profiles, and any of your streaming platforms. So kind of a link tree type system. You add all of your games that you play, and then you go in your LFG journey, which is either discovery, like you're looking to pair up with other people that have already created a looking for group, or you create your own looking for group. And it's very simple. Our goal is to get you in a match very quickly. I think what we're projecting is like we want you to get in a match within about 10 minutes, basically. And so Yeah, there's other applications that do what we do, but they're very different in the way that they function. So you have one type that is like a dating type application where it's swipe left, swipe right, and it's actually kind of odd. We don't understand it, but then we have another type of system, which is what we consider like a long-term LFG, where you're really creating like a micro community, and you can potentially have hundreds of people in this micro community that you're picking from and trying to match with. And we're trying to simplify the process, make it easier, and like I said, get in a match within about 10 minutes. So
Simplify is a very good word here. Indeed, I was giving a first look. Thanks for the beta access, by the way, guys.
sure.
And this is really well made. I was feeling comfortable. And by the way, the colors also nice, orange, gold, and black. This is super nice. It is simple also when you arrive, and it is well made. It simplified the process of playing with humans easily in the game you like. So that's a great feature I have observed myself too. Um, it's it's only been 15 minutes, but I kind of want to jump because I'm a visual guy, and I think it will be great for the purposes of the podcast because it's about an application that is
Right.
visual. I think it will make sense if we start to show what the application is, and maybe I can ask you a question that I find in the application myself per curiosity. So it will
Sure.
be a good. Okay, perfect. So
Tim, do
I
you
will
want to share
open.
yours? Or you're going to share yours, Maple?
I think he's going to share his phone. Yeah. Do you have the ability
Yes,
Okay.
to share your
Yeah,
phone screen?
that's awesome.
Perfect. All right.
I
Yeah.
have I will be like a new player, guys. I have the application. All right, let me share screen.
And I just want to say, like, I didn't really tell everybody that Battlefield is at my core. Like, when I started playing first person shooters, my first Battlefield was Battlefield 2. Not Bad Company 2, but the original Battlefield 2. And I was obsessed. We played in TWL tournaments. I was a part of a clan. Like, I mean, this was a big deal. I'm not gonna lie, I would probably play like 8 hours a day, every day. And my wife now, at the time we weren't married, but I mean, it was pretty hard to have a relationship when that's all you want to do is play Battlefield. So,
You
You
almost ruined your
manage it
chances,
with
man.
Battlefield, bro.
right?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
That's an accomplishment by itself. Um,
Yep.
sorry. Yes. So if you played Battlefield 2, you're kind of an OG of the
Oh yeah.
Battlefield player
Yeah.
scene by itself.
Yep.
So it's an honor to have you here in the meaning of the game, in the name of the game itself. Um, I have opened my application now. I will try to let me know if you see basically
Sure.
my app like this.
Yep.
Yep,
There
we
it
see it.
is.
Can we see if I click on the app? We see the app in big. Is that possible? Okay. So everyone see the app, and is it working fast when I click on some buttons? Um, you can still see the app, guys. Does it
Yes,
move?
sir.
Yes.
Okay. Whoop. Jesus. Okay, it bug. It's OBS on Mac. Just a second. Reopening it. Reopening it. Resharing this thing. Let's go Discord. Go, 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 go. All right.
There we go.
Okay. So this is basically the application, guys. You can see the you can see I'm gonna start at home. So now you see home. This is the application. This is the first page. This is what the application will look like. So when you start, you can scroll down as you can see, and you can see the game and the people that add the game that they like to find player to play. Again, I will repeat myself here, but really clean UI. I think nowadays so many people are doing so many apps to, let's say, that reproduce the same thing over and over. You have find a more refined product that it's more straight to the point, and I like the UI. I think this simplicity make it unique by itself, so that's amazing.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. I'm gonna move to chat now. So the second screen, everybody can still see my application. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. So the second screen in chat, I have no chat there, but if I click on new chat, the friend list of the application will appear. So right there, I see friend, add friends, and now you can see the player on the application. Basically, it's not going to be your phone contact. It's the application itself.
Correct.
So far, I'm describing correctly. I'm okay,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're on the right
okay.
path.
No, you're right.
Perfect. The third page, maybe they will have more tab added at the bottom down the road, but I will cover the 5 one there, which is already pretty complete. The profile, which is in the middle, where you can customize your icon. Your icon, sorry. Can we customize? Yeah, we can
Yep.
customize here. Yeah, yeah. We can share the profile also. That's great. You can link your account, and also let me click on add account. Yeah, because you can select a whole lot of platform, and I think it's important to show that to people because it's not in the goal of in those days and age having a platform that just unite and keep things connecting are not going to tone down the other sphere that exists. The fact that being able to connecting in a niche at the moment application will just help the growth and the solidity of both sphere existing. So I think it's great that you add a lot, and also just even Steam, even Snapchat, guys. Even I mean, you have everything: Riot Games, Origin, Nintendo, friend code, bro, and even Kick. So okay, so that's amazing. I wanted to mention that there's a lot of connection possible there, and I think it's a great feature.
Thank
Maybe
you.
you work a lot for this. Was this hard to implement so much connection tab?
No, right now at its core, it's not going through kind of any OAuth. So you're not authenticating that that's your account right now, but our intention is in the next few weeks or next few months to build that in so that it is authenticated.
The key,
Perfect,
the
more
key with
secure.
all of the accounts and everything was the problem you have with other applications is that there's a process to communicate with one another what your accounts are. So you may partner with somebody into an LFG lobby, but then there's that time wasted where you're trying to pass your username code, and half the people have something funky where it's like I's and L's and numbers and everything. So there's like this barrier of communication where you're trying to just get the information just to get them simply added so that you can join their lobby. And we streamline that by basically allowing every user to implement all of their social, their game accounts all in one place so that they can advertise themselves if people want to look at them on Twitch, or if they want to add them on Xbox Live or on Steam or something like that. It's a quick tap where you can copy the entire username and then paste it into the actual
Yeah,
publisher
The
app.
platform.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. So great precision for the connection right there. I'm
I
back
also
on the
sent you a
main.
chat, by the way, if you want to see what that looks like.
Yeah, let me check right now. Okay, chat. Boom! Here we go, guys. We receive our first chat. Thanks. And plus, it's the owner. So thanks, guys. I feel honored. I will say, hey, thanks for joining the podcast today. So you can see the podcast today. And there's the auto correction. We like it in the app, in iPhone. Perfect. So boom, this is how it works, guys, in app. So it serve again for the game that you want. And again, the UI, I think is it the same visual on Android because we are on iPhone
Yes.
today.
It's the same
Yes.
visual there. We're working on a desktop and web-based product
Version.
as well, a version, yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't finalized them, but they'll be coming out here in the next few months. So
Okay. Okay. That's awesome.
thank
That's
you.
really amazing. Um, and this friend in settings, so we're going to continue as we do the whole. It's very a complete and I will say solid application due in part for the setting. I think it gave a lot of trust in the people. Also, you can edit your account, you can block user, which I
Yep.
think is just great. You have a help section with you can receive feedback and report a bug, with again, I think it's great to have those type of feature even in a fine player game, because it's possible that people find bugs, or man, we're all human, so that's
Right.
great.
Absolutely.
um privacy policy, terms and conditions. So yeah, here you go, guys. The application, simple, clear, efficient. It cannot be more great than that.
It gets
I'm not
even
sure why.
better. Yeah, it gets even better. I mean, we're trying to, like you were saying, we're really trying to simplify it by a clean UI. But right now, if you were to click on that second LFG where Darktimes has created it, it's going to add you in. Yep. So it added you into the lobby. And then so from here, like what Darktimes was talking about, is you have some additional benefits. So what you can do if you click on where it says 2 of 4 players at the top, the yellow button, that right there shows you the other players' information. And if you had added information like your Discord or your game platform, it would also add that data in there. And then anybody else that joins that lobby as well, right? You can also invite other people through that invite button. You can invite friends from within the app, or you can send an SMS message. You can share it on Facebook, Twitter, like any social platform that you want. You can share it through email. I mean, like we try to make it very simple. And then if you close that out and you go back to the top, the 3 dots, what that does is you may be in this application, you're like, oh crap, what was the lobby information like? Like you can always go back to the home and you can see the lobby card, but we try to keep it contained right here. So you know that you're playing a North American server on PC in a competitive, it's a competitive platform, right? You're wanting to play ranked in TDM, and then what rank he's looking for within the application, right? So we try to keep all
game.
the.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yep.
Sorry, continue.
No, it's okay.
This
It's okay. I get excited about it. So, but if you swipe that down, I think that if you go back into the lobby right there. Yep.
Yeah.
So at the top there, you see where it says the yellow bar. It says join voice channel on Discord.
Don't click it. It'll kick you out of our.
Okay,
our
Yeah. Don't click it.
but that
it
does, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
James.
but yeah, what it does. This is kind of like some of the sweet sauce, right? So everybody that uses or plays video games, generally they communicate through Discord, right? So a lot of other applications, they build in their own voice channels. They build in their own like technology. Why, when everybody that plays video games is on Discord? So what we did is we integrated with Discord's API. So whenever Darktimes initiates that process, it creates a voice channel on our server, and then everybody that's in that particular game lobby can join that channel on Discord, right?
Just by clicking that yellow bar at the top.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to join the server and scroll
I kind of
through.
want to click it.
I know.
It's like the fire alarm at school. Don't pull it. What's that?
No, we want to click on it. That's amazing. Yep. You were adding something, Darktimes. I cut you, my friend. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying. So with the actual, like with that link, that like what James was saying is we have potentially a feature we have the messaging obviously, and obviously Discord has that. But for VoIP, everybody uses Discord. Everybody prefers that because if you're playing a game, you want the audio for your communication to come through the same platform that you're playing on. So if I'm playing on PC, I don't want to have my phone over here listening to my phone while my other audio is going through my headset. So the idea is we throw them into Discord, into a Discord server together, and by clicking that button, you literally don't have to just go in Discord, find the lobby, and click on that lobby and join it. It will automatically dump you into that custom lobby that was customly created specifically for that LFG lobby. And then from there, if you're on PC, it's fine because you're in the voice lobby. You can hear and talk through your headset. But if you're on mobile, Discord has recently added the ability to push your Discord audio from your Discord on your phone to whatever platform you're playing on. So the Xbox and PlayStation have integrated it where you push a button and it will throw your audio into your Xbox or your PlayStation platform. So that way all your audio is coming through one location and it's efficient, not having a phone on the side, having to communicate that way.
Yeah, I get it. That's amazing. I'm trying to have your to Zoom. Okay, the recording will be. You will see the 3 of us on YouTube, guys, for the recording. And I may add some photo of us because I think the recording is. I want our face to be sharp at least. Okay.
Yeah.
This is it's is anyone and by the way, thanks for the people joining today. If anyone is having question, so now you say it's in beta, so let's talk about the future, which is happening soon, I guess.
Right.
It's in beta. You mentioned, you describe a lot of things, you mentioned a lot of the step in the future, but currently passing from beta to full launch, when is expected approximately?
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah,
Okay,
next week.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. This is, yeah.
Right now, and you probably experienced this as well. Like you downloaded the app, you went through the waitlist process, and that was an experiment on our part to see how well that would work. But we're pulling the waitlist down, and then hopefully early next week, pending Apple and Google review of the application, the new version will be live, and then people will just be able to go right in and create LFGs. So
Nice.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
genuinely excited that this is nice. And honestly, we don't know what will happen with esport, with those type of playing game in the future, but we do this because we love it. So again, this is a great project. I think it's uniting the human is those modern online days and age. And also, even in the Olympic of Tokyo, there is now video games at the Olympics. So
right.
this is not first person shooter, but maybe down the road we'll get there. Who know? Battlefield Olympics will be crazy.
Right.
Darktimes. I just want, honestly, your friend is working. Okay, now I see you on the screen. I want to have a recording clear of your Yeah, okay. It's really for YouTube. I'm thinking for the montage of YouTube after I'm gonna start to work on this.
I'm glad
Now
I
we
did my
see you
hair
well.
then. Jeez.
No, but that's great. That's great. On my other screen, I think you're great recording. I'm gonna I'm gonna close the app now so we can like this. Stop sharing. Stop streaming. No, not turn off camera. Stop streaming. Stop streaming. Okay. Normally the app should be gone now, but I'm still there. We're still all here.
Yep.
Can everybody? Oh, okay, perfect.
Good.
Got. So on this one, we explain what was Level GD, your origin from the OG time of Battlefield. We explained the reason why you wanted to, and even the process from the origin and the reason why you created Player Finder. We've made a more deep dive about the application, what it is, the thought process behind, and even the programming process during that. We've shown a visual of each of the tab. We discover new feature together, the lobby, the voice channel placing on Discord from the app to Discord, working with Discord API. That's pretty neat, guys. I'm losing my voice right there. So this, you show us more option. We talk about the coming up next week. It's important. It will be official because we are in beta phase, so it will be officially launched next week. I know I'm repeating this step, but it will be on Apple, on Android. You will do a ping on Twitter, on your social, on Level GG,
Yes.
on your. You will announce it in full pump everywhere. It's going to be the official launch
Yes.
next week, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. Uh,
And something to also consider is there is a referral system in the app. So if you do want to create custom links to send out to your friends, like we do have that ability, and that's kind of what we're really pushing. Is a lot of the users are very interested in this application. Obviously, with it being right now currently like a beta waitlist, there isn't the ability for users to get on there and test it out. But we do highly recommend everybody share this with their friends to at least check it out. Like James was saying, there's going to be an official launch next week, so that everybody that joins the app will be immediately dumped into the actual live application to use. The reason why we did that is primarily because an LFG doesn't work without enough users, so we wanted to pool at least a couple hundred users on registration so that when we open the application, people are finding everybody. If you organically do it, then the app kind of seems useless and doesn't really accomplish what we're trying to do, where you're able to find a plethora of different variations of regen or game modes or rank or play styles and stuff like that. So we waited and did it that way. But highly recommend everybody pass this along to their friends and just check it out. At least get it downloaded. And that way, whenever it does go live, we will send out a push notification to everybody to let them know that it is, so that they can test it out and try it. But again, this app doesn't function and work without all the users. It's great for communities such as Battlefield Nations. I mean, you guys have been around for a while. You guys have done some awesome events. throughout the last, probably like 6 years that I've been watching you guys. And
we
it's
try.
great. It's a great cause. People get a chance to play, and honestly, like you guys have a great community, and you're able to meet one another. But there are a lot of users out there that don't know that you guys exist or don't have a community to play with. So that's the purpose of the LFG. But it also benefits you, the community, because you guys can hop into an LFG with 3 out of 4 players and just bring in a random, and then you can play with these guys. And if you like the cohesiveness and the synergy, say, hey, like, why don't you join Battlefield Nations, right? So there's a give and take. There's communities benefit from this. The users as an individual could benefit from this. People that are just looking to play, for 2 hours because they have 2 hours where their kids asleep and that's all they can do. Like James was saying, our goal is within 10 minutes to have a group together and you're starting to play, because we don't want to have these lengthy posts where you have an opportunity to play, but you can't because it just takes so long to actually pair with other users that are interested in playing the games that you're playing.
And also, you give a boost for the few hundred, but it will grow organically with the time. It's really for
Correct.
the purposes of the first boost.
Right.
I think it's the best thing. The friends will say, "Yo, this app is dope. It's quick. We play with actual good player. Let's go there." So this is no, that's amazing. And even for BFN, it can for me, it's a pleasure. Yes, it's true that we didn't really. It's a first contact. I'm gonna spread your app, bro. BF Nation,
We
it's about
appreciate
the
it.
world. It's
Yeah,
in the
thank
name.
you.
So for us, you are a solid community too. So it's a true pleasure.
Thank you.
Indeed, I think the solidness of this application can help to make a young player connect together. On this, let's say, is there anything? I'm still watching at the app. No, I'm gonna go continue to dig after. Is there anything that you want? And yes, for BFN, it may be like I said, we will continue to share on YouTube. I will add your link on the podcast of your application if you want, or your whitelist and all that.
Be great.
So
Absolutely. I think
anything you want to add, guy? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, it's okay. I was going to say there is one thing that I like to add is right. It's an application, and we have our own vision for the application. But an application like this doesn't become successful by our own vision. We need community insight. Like what would help you, right? So while it's coming out of beta, or when it comes out of beta, we encourage everybody that downloads the app to provide us feedback. What do you need that you don't have, or what do you need that could be done better? And that way we can look and see how that could potentially work within Player Finder, right? Because the Player Finder app, as it is now, we want it to evolve, and we're trying to define what that evolution looks like. And again, we need everybody's help for doing that. So
You'll have it.
thank
Starting
you.
today with us, guys. We're truly happy to make this to talk about this a little bit. So on that, I think I'm continuing to lose my voice. No, on that, guy, that was amazing. That was truly a great podcast today. Um, I would like to say thanks again to everyone who will join. Thanks for the people who will watch on YouTube. Also, thanks for the feedback that we may receive in the future. We will share the link, and maybe I wanted to create a circuit channel in Discord, so maybe I could add like you created a Discord, also Player Finder Discord, so maybe I
Yes.
could add
It's just
um,
discord.gg/playerfinder. So
Player
if you like
Finder.
to join,
Perfect.
then there you go. It's got the vanity
Yeah, but
URL.
I will create. There's a few big community or places that are maybe not big, but that they are active. I want to create a channel. I will put your channel there. I think it's totally relevant. Um, Thanks again for joining here, guys. Thanks for the amazing project that you made. We will have the chance, I hope, to hear more about you down the road with the growth of your application. It is a true uniter of the purposes that we all try a little bit to do, competitively speaking. And we cannot be, everyone cannot be a CSGO $100,000 tournament every day. This is not even the reality of sport nowadays. So those things are really help to just make us all enjoy and connect together and share the love of playing that game in that competitive way. So thanks again, guys. I'm glad that you accepted today to be here. I will say thanks for our opportunity in BF Nation to talk about that. It's a great common trust proof from each other. So I'm gonna take water now. All right, guys, you are the best. You're awesome. You're amazing. Guys, everyone, make sure to follow Player Finder on Twitter, to follow Player Finder on Level GG on Twitch, to go check their social, to join their Discord. It's discord.gg/Player Finder, and join BF Nation 2 for more podcasts. That was amazing, guys. I will
Thank you.
wish you a great end of the day. Thanks again, and let's. I'm gonna send you even a friend request, a destroyer. So here we go. Add friend, boom. So
Got
we're
it.
gonna stick in touch. So if you have update, maybe we can collab with BFN for a big event or something. All right,
Absolutely.
guys. Darktimes, you're the best too. Don't change, my friend. We're gonna play Battlefield together soon. Okay.
For sure. Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate
Take
it.
care.
You're the best, guys. Thanks for joining today. Thanks again. Thanks, everyone. And everyone, follow playerfinder.gg. Player Finder. Player Finder. Just search Player Finder in the world. You'll find them. All right, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Peace, everyone.